The worst kind of oppression is when you don't know you're being oppressed. The worst kind of slavery is when you don't know you are a slave. Think about your life, everyday life, and think about all the compulsions that you feel every day to cultivate something, right? So this is how we are being oppressed, because slavery and oppression is no longer physical, it's mental, energetic, psychological, etc. So we are all being trapped in a certain reality and we don't even know it, right? And the way you perceive yourself is the way you perceive the world. So what's being hijacked here is your nervous system and your mind, and that's being exploited. It's being exploited to the point of you not knowing about it, right? Your nervous system is being hijacked and oppressed and exploited. Your nervous system is an ancient evolutionary piece of technology that is very easily captured by fear and by despair and hopelessness, right? So think about ways in which you might be oppressed. That's why you are suffering, especially if you suffer with anxiety or depression. Your nervous system is sending you a signal, right? Your body is sending you the signal from within yourself that something is wrong, right? That something needs attention, and usually your attention, which is not with yourself, with other things. So think about what you have to do daily in order to feel alive, because it's usually a bit of anxiety, a bit of rage, a bit of, I have to read the news to see what's going on. Like, listen, it's all a waste of time. It's not only a waste of time, but you're getting weaker by the day, and you're weakening your nervous system by not paying attention to those things. So think about the ways in which you don't know what's going on with yourself, because this is where the prison is in your mind, thinking that, oh, you need to be doing certain things in order to enjoy your day, right? So that's another prison, wanting to be entertained all the time and distracted all the time from your inner life, from who you truly are, and, seeking pleasure constantly. Humans are wired for two things: seeking pleasure and avoiding pain. So, yeah, we're all imprisoned in a way on a mental, psychological, and emotional level. And the way out is to become conscious. You need to connect with your body, you need to connect with your nervous system, with the wisdom of your nervous system. And this is one of the ways in which they keep you disconnected from yourself, by disconnecting you from your body, by telling you, oh, this is not important, it doesn't matter, it's just a body, it's all about the number on the scale or the amount of muscles. But actually, your body is so much more than that. Your nervous system is the best piece of technology there is, and you're not being taught about that. Think about stuff that you learned at school. Are you using any of that? I don't think so. And everything we've learned, history, history is a good example, because there are no version of history. It depends who you listen, right? So you're always being taught about a version of history, depending on who's telling the story. In the meantime, your own story, which is written and encoded in your nervous system, is being ignored by you. And as I said, this is one of the best techniques for the system to function like this, because obviously, if you are preoccupied with other things and other people, jobs, money, status, pleasure, then you don't really know what you need, right? And you get up every day and you think, oh my God, I need to be doing this, I need to be doing that. Think about 3 months ago. Do you remember what you did? Do you remember what you did? I don't think so. I don't think so. because your nervous system is not going to accept anything new if you haven't alchemized the old, right? So if you haven't understood its story, and if you haven't really changed anything about the story of your experiences, right? Because majority of people have a very difficult history. Their nervous system has a very difficult history, and that's the only history that you need to be concerned with, and the only system you need to be concerned with is your nervous system and is your own story, because the meaning you give to this story should be your life purpose. And without going through the stage of understanding who you are, why you are the way you are, why is your mind a certain way, and how you operate and how your nervous system operates, you're going to struggle and you're going to suffer. You're going to create chaos in your mind and be deeper and deeper into the darkness of this prison in your mind. So it's about becoming conscious about your own history, your own story, and learning about who you truly are and transforming yourself bit by bit. So I'm just a messenger, and I haven't come up with that, but yeah, get curious about who you are, get curious about your nervous system, get curious about your mind, because the biggest regret you can have is not reaching your potential. Never give up on yourself.